In a moment destined to echo through history, King Charles III has named Catherine, Princess of Wales, as the Monarch of Scotland.
The title of Duke of Rothesay and the other Scottish titles which I've had the honour to carry for so long, I now pass to Catherine.
A title never before bestowed. Backed by sweeping support in the Scottish Parliament, the landmark announcement was made in Edinburgh during a dignified yet emotional ceremony. It marks not only a new chapter for the monarchy, but a redefinition of its presence north of the border. According to Palisades, Catherine was visibly moved by the profound gravity of the moment. What brought about such a bold decision, and why has it struck such a deep chord with the Scottish people? This is the unfolding story of a princess stepping into a powerful new role, of a king reaching for unity, and of a country ready to embrace change. Stick with us as we unpack this momentous development, and be sure to share your thoughts below. Although the announcement came as a shock, reaction was swift and emotional. From Edinburgh's historic alleyways to the Highlands' windswept hills, word spread rapidly, igniting discussion across homes, pubs, and town squares. Catherine, long admired for her dignity and consistent service, now holds a title rich with symbolism. But this isn't simply a royal upgrade, it represents something deeper, a personal connection between a modern royal and a proud ancient land. King Charles's move demonstrates a desire to bridge tradition with modern relevance, at a time when unity across the UK feels more vital than ever. Catherine's path here has been steady and deliberate, marked by years of public service and quiet preparation. On a brisk morning in the Scottish capital, Parliament gathered for what was expected to be a typical session. Few could have predicted the historic shift ahead. Wearing traditional tartan, Charles took the podium, his tone solemn yet hopeful. "Scotland has always lived in my heart," he began. "Today, I propose a renewed bond, anchored in history but aimed at the future. I appoint Catherine, Princess of Wales, as Monarch of Scotland, a symbol of continuity, compassion, and community." The chamber responded with rare bipartisan applause. First Minister John Swinney praised the move as an expression of faith in Scotland's enduring role within the UK. While ceremonial in nature, the title gives Catherine a meaningful role in Scottish public life, from representing the country at major events to supporting cultural and social causes. Seated beside Prince William, Catherine's expression reflected pride and humility. Insiders reveal she spent months preparing, studying Scotland's complex history and meeting grassroots leaders to truly understand the nation's pulse. This wasn't spontaneous. King Charles, known for his careful planning, consulted ministers, historians, and ordinary Scots to ensure the move reflected public sentiment. Polling confirmed the effort. 78% of Scots backed the decision. Catherine's ties to Scotland run deep. She met Prince William while studying at St Andrews, forming an early bond with the land's rugged landscapes and close-knit communities. In her own words, "Scotland shaped who I am," a rare but telling admission. Over the years, she's returned often, supporting local traditions, championing rural causes, and forging a genuine connection with people from all walks of life. Her advocacy for mental health, particularly in overlooked regions, has resonated with Scots who often feel ignored by London-centred leadership. One memorable moment came during a 2021 trip to Orkney, where she embraced a young mother overwhelmed by isolation. The unplanned act quickly went viral, underscoring Catherine's unique ability to form real human connections. Her recent role as Duchess of Rothesay further paved the way for this elevation. In that position, she promoted early childhood development and environmental stewardship, always with Scotland's character in mind. Her use of Gaelic phrases and her sincere interest in clan culture helped cement her place in Scottish hearts. So when King Charles gave her the new title, few questioned his rationale. Still, many wonder, what will her role look like? Unlike rulers of the past, like Robert the Bruce or Mary Queen of Scots, Catherine will not govern. She will serve instead as a symbolic and cultural figurehead. She will amplify Scottish identity on the world stage, attend major parliament sessions, welcome foreign dignitaries, and spotlight innovation across the nation. The timing is also important. The title recognises Scotland's unique voice within the Union, particularly as debates over independence resurface. Some view it as politically calculated. Others see it as deeply sincere. It's a masterstroke, said historian Alan MacDonald. She transcends politics. Catherine's style, calm, empathetic and grounded, crosses generational divides. Sources say she will focus on youth empowerment and pressing issues like climate change, where Scotland already leads. But perhaps her most defining trait is her humanity. Her attention to names, her patience in conversations, her genuine presence. These are qualities that resonate with everyday people. The real test now is how she will blend ancient tradition with modern expectations. So far, public sentiment is overwhelmingly positive. Crowds gathered in George Square waved flags and celebrated with songs and cheers. Social media buzzed under hashtags like Monarch of Scotland and Catherine Crowned. She's one of us, wrote a Dundee school teacher. A recent YouGov poll showed her approval at a stunning 82%. Numbers once held only by Queen Elizabeth II. Support poured in from the Highlands to the Hebrides. Even some Republican voices softened. If we must have a monarch, she's the right one, admitted a long-time activist. Such wide support is rare, but it's been earned. Her openness about her 2024 cancer diagnosis only deepened public affection. She's real, a shopkeeper in Aberdeen said. That means everything. To many, Catherine now symbolises a unifying force in a country craving connection. King Charles's decision to elevate her may define his reign, balancing legacy with innovation, ritual with relatability. His bond with Scotland, forged over decades at Balmoral and through ongoing charity work, made the gesture even more meaningful. His address, delivered in tartan and with clear emotion, was more than symbolic. It was personal. "Scotland is in the fabric of who I am," he once said. His faith in Catherine, built through years of observation, shines through. Palace sources speak of his admiration for her steady grace and sincere outreach. She's not just the future of the monarchy, she's the future of the Union, one aide shared. Behind closed doors, scenes of mutual respect, shared moments at Dumfries House, or joint environmental projects reveal the depth of their bond. The decision is also a response to political shifts. With independence still a divisive issue, Charles knew he needed someone who could unite, not divide. Catherine's popularity made her the obvious choice. Still, it wasn't without risk. Advisors warned that some might see the move as strategic window dressing. But Charles, ever the pragmatist, pursued consensus from across Scottish society. Early reactions suggest the gamble paid off. Online commentary applauded the boldness. Catherine was hailed as the perfect face for this new chapter. But Charles's ambition doesn't stop here. He envisions a monarchy that's local, relevant, and emotionally connected. By choosing Catherine, he's building exactly that. This monarchy won't rest on tradition alone. It will reflect the people it serves. Catherine's role places her at the heart of Scotland's evolving story, facing challenges but also offering hope. Independence remains a delicate topic. While her appointment is largely welcomed, some critics dismiss it as symbolic distraction. "It's charming," wrote a columnist in the Herald, "but it won't silence the independence debate." With nearly half the country once voting for sovereignty, Catherine must walk a narrow path, representing unity without appearing political. Her every move, from her choice of tartan to the phrasing in Gaelic, will be closely watched. In a digital age, perception is power. Yet the potential is undeniable. At 43, Catherine represents a modern, empathetic monarchy. Her relatable demeanour and community-focused efforts could transform public opinion about the crown. Mental health remains a central issue, especially after the pandemic. Her campaign Shaping Us aims to bridge gaps between urban and rural communities and foster belonging. Her environmental work also aligns with Scotland's green ambitions. Rumours swirl about her involvement in restoring Highland ecosystems and supporting renewable initiatives. But what sets her apart is not strategy, it's sincerity. Those small moments, like a quiet chat in Orkney or a shared laugh in Dundee, leave lasting impressions. Catherine's family only enhances her connection. William, as Duke of Rothesay, will join her in major events, reinforcing their shared commitment. Their children, especially Princess Charlotte, now learning Highland dance, are growing up immersed in Scottish culture. "She doesn't just wear the title," said one royal analyst. "She lives it." Her role also opens doors globally. As Monarch of Scotland, Catherine can spotlight the nation's culture, from poetry to science, on international stages like the Commonwealth. Anticipation is already building for her appearance at the next Edinburgh Festival, where she's expected to support homegrown artists and youth. People are watching to see how she'll keep addressing key issues, especially rural mental health. During a 2024 visit to the Hebrides, one teenager remembered Catherine saying, "Your voice matters." That simple phrase inspired a local, youth-led wellness initiative. These aren't just staged photo ops, they're moments of real connection. Charles's bold move has reignited broader conversations about what monarchy means today. By assigning this role to Catherine, he hasn't just honoured her, he's reshaped the institution. This is a monarchy that cherishes its past while stepping confidently into the present. Comparisons to Queen Victoria's love of Balmoral are natural, but Catherine's style is different. She isn't retreating behind palace walls, she's stepping into communities. She's not here to rule, she's here to listen, said Dr. Fiona Mullin, a leading cultural historian. Catherine's plans reflect a long-term commitment. Initiatives for youth education, Gaelic language preservation, and climate action are already underway. Her family remains central to her mission, anchoring it in love and legacy. Charlotte's growing love for Scottish storytelling and music has already captured hearts. Slowly, the monarchy is transforming, from a distant relic into something living and local. Catherine's journey is now inseparable from Scotland's, and as the world watches, one truth becomes clear. Her story is now Scotland's story.